The FBI's recent release of its 2023 elder fraud report shows a pretty bad trend right here in Texas. It shows Texans over the age of 60 are scammed at a rate that's the third highest in the entire country, and the stats are staggering. More than 7,000 complaints, resulting in nearly $300 million in losses. News 4 San Antonio's Marisa Mendoza spoke with an elderly couple scammed out of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
We spoke to Dennis and Joy Shockey. They lost nearly $200,000 through a computer pop-up scam. That money is still gone. Those scammers are still on the loose, and they're looking for their next victims.
We realize that that our trust is not in a human being. Our trust is in Jesus.
Dennis and Joy Shockey learned a tough lesson after losing over $170,000 to scammers. The couple, who is in their 80s, are more careful and share their story as often as they can.
Or they catch it in time and get their money back or whatever, but we haven't been that fortunate.
According to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, last year nearly 300 elderly were scammed through such things like ID theft, wire fraud, forgery, or counterfeit. So far this year, 91 elderly reported being scammed.
They entice people to invest, or they work on their loneliness. I'm your best friend.
Ralph Dahm is a certified financial crimes investigator. He works with law enforcement across the country and has successfully recovered $450 million for victims with his expertise in crypto recovery. He says Texans are big targets, possibly due to our close proximity to Mexico.
You find a lot of these scammers, when they get the money, try to move it into a fake Mexican bank account, a fake company name, many times operating just over the border. I found one last week in Mexicali.
Dom says it's possible for funds to be recovered, but time is of the essence.
The faster we can react, the more likely we can identify where the stolen currency is now, and then work with law enforcement to seize it.
Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case for the Shockeys. Thanks to a GoFundMe, they've managed to recover a third of their money lost, but not much else.
We're in our 80s. That money that we lost, we cannot recover that money. You know, we have no way through retirement or anything to refund us. So we're just out that money.
From the Northeast Side, Marisa Mendoza, News 4, San Antonio.
If you'd like to take a closer look at this year's elder fraud report and learn more about the available resources if in fact you're a victim, just look for this story on our website, news4sa.com.